Hey YouTube, it's Brad. I decided to make a video today, and I think rather than just talking about changes, I would like to talk about gender and what I'm kind of experiencing right now with feeling like I want to come out to people. So, first, let me talk about gender. I just went on a trip um, for work, and airport security, whenever I'm in this one airport, for whatever reason, they make everyone go through the x-ray machine. So you gotta stand there, you know, pretty much like this, looking straight ahead into the x-ray machine for 10 seconds. Um, and then you walk through, and then one of the airport security TSA people tells you to wait in front of them while they get approval from the microphone in their ear from someone in the booth that's actually viewing the x-ray. So I'm standing in front of the guy, and he says out loud, "I have a male in front of me, not a female." And because the guy or girl that was looking at the x-ray looked at my genitals and automatically assessed my gender. Well, automatically assessed my sex and then aligned it with my gender. And so nothing really happened. The guy, after a second or two pause, just said, "Okay, go ahead." So I confused the fuck out of TSA security. However, it just had me thinking, and I've thought about this before, it's nothing new, but it just makes me so frustrated that your gender is based upon your genitals. Because that just means nothing, really, in the long run. It's just so weird, all the things that we assess as humans when we pass by people without even really trying to assess these things. It's almost something that I can't even control and stop. You're walking down a street or a hallway, and you see someone coming towards you, and you automatically, in your head, male, female, white, black, fat, skinny, tall, short. Those are all things that without even trying, without even thinking about doing it, your brain automatically does. It registers these things. And it's just so strange to me that, I don't know, secondary sex characteristics or genitals define someone's gender because, well, when I say define, I mean society as a whole uses those things to define people's gender. When in reality, gender is the way that we see ourselves and how we fit in this world. So a lot of people don't really feel like a man or like a woman just because they are biologically female or male. There are a lot of people that don't fit neatly into those binary categories that society gives us to choose from. Gender lies on a continuum. People could feel like they don't even have a gender. People could feel bigendered. People could feel transgender or androgynous, or I think the possibilities are infinite for the way that you feel about your own gender and the way that you want to present and the way you want to be perceived, and that could change on a daily basis. So it's just really frustrating that in a setting like the airport, all of that kind of goes out the window, and it doesn't even matter really how you feel about yourself or how you want to be perceived. That goes out the window when you walk through an x-ray machine, because people base who you are off of your genitals, which is just like, what the fuck? You know, it's just so, I find that to be just dumb, for lack of a better word, I guess. Like, I don't know. Because really, like, who sees everyone's genitals on a daily basis? I don't. For us to make that automatic assumption that something is in someone's pants, so therefore they must be this, is just stupid. Another kind of thing that I was thinking about is, I feel lately like I want to come out to people because, well, for a couple of reasons. I wouldn't really say it's a lot of pressure to be stealth at work, especially now since my name's legally changed. I have my gender marker changed to male. Like, everything has already been bred within work, so I don't feel pressure, but it would be nice if I was out to people, so that way I could talk about, oh yeah, this morning I just had to give myself a shot, and it kind of made me feel like shit afterwards, and now I'm sitting here at my desk just pretending like nothing happened. Or, oh, did you hear my voice just squeak right now? Like, that's really embarrassing / really funny, because I sound like a 14-year-old boy right now. I'm going through puberty. I don't know, I just wish that I could say like these little side comments that I tend to think to myself throughout the day, but don't really feel like I can share with anyone. And it makes you feel kind of alone in your situation. And yeah, I guess I've been feeling alone lately, not really having many people in my real life to really share what I go through. And I don't know, as someone who really likes to educate people about these types of things, it just makes me sad that I'm not really getting an opportunity or a chance to share this with people. And I know that that's my own doing, but it is kind of scary in a way to, after people know me as male and perceive me to be biologically male, to kind of, I don't know, to come out to them. I don't want it to feel like I'm correcting them, or that I don't want them to see me as a bio-male, because on the one hand, it's great if I blend in if people think that. But on the other hand, I don't want to lose sight of my struggle and all the progress that I've made, rather than just being born naturally with this shit, you know? Like, it took a lot for me to get to where I am, and I'm proud of that. And I want to be able to share that with people and teach people about what it means. So I'm kind of torn. It's like a catch-22. Like, I could tell people and then they could look at me differently. I don't really have a fear of people not accepting me, but I do have a fear of people seeing me as less than a man, or asking me stupid questions about my genitals, or just being confused and using the wrong pronouns if they think about me in my previous life or whatever. Just stupid things that people could do because they don't understand or they're not familiar with. Right off the bat, that would be frustrating for me, and it's also a risk because I just don't want to deal with it. But on the other hand, like, I do want to educate people, so I do kind of go back and forth, and I realize that, so that obviously tells me that I'm not ready to make a decision about what I want to do yet, because of my back and forth. But I have been thinking about it. Also, when it comes to work, I have customers, and they're pretty much like middle-aged women right now. And I tell them about how I'm working out and I'm trying to get bigger because, you know, they perceived me to be a pretty scrawny biological male with a baby face, and I look like I'm about 16 years old. So I tell them that I'm working out, I'm trying to get bigger or whatever, and I don't see them that often, so when I do, they notice changes and stuff. And so the last time I was there, this past week, they said that they noticed my shoulders were getting bigger, my legs were getting bigger, and you know, like, I'm like, yeah, cool, like that's really good that you noticed it, like, thank you, like, I'm really working hard to try to do that. But it would be really nice too if like I could be able to be open with them and say things like, yeah, like, I'm almost three months on testosterone, like, I'm really excited, and be a real person, because sometimes I feel like, you know, it's true, like, people don't really know me. People don't know the stuff that I go through on a daily basis, or that I'm in the middle of making sure that all of my documents are changed for my recent name change, or I don't know, just the things that come with being transgender in society today. People just don't think about it, and I kind of wish that I could share that and make them think about it. But I think especially with my customers, because you have that generational difference, it's even more scary. It's a vulnerable position to be in, to tell them that, and then for them to see me differently. So I don't know, I've just been thinking about that stuff now. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do. There is an LGBT group that just started up at my company, and they're going to start holding a couple meetings and doing some internal projects with subcommittees. So I joined 2 of those, and that starts up on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. I definitely think that I'll have to come out in order to provide the type of feedback that I want to provide. I might have to make another video, but sometimes I feel like the LGBT community is even more judgmental and wants to put you in a category. So part of me kind of fears, or not fears, I would say hesitates to go to this meeting, because people are going to see me, and either they're going to think, oh, he's a really cute gay guy, or what the fuck is this straight guy doing here, or oh great, we have an ally. I don't really think that their first guess is going to be, oh cool, a trans man, like, that's awesome. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, I think that a lot of focus will be on, like, making things more friendly internally for lesbian and gay identified people, but you know, as usual, the T always gets left out, the B always gets left out. So I really want to provide some feedback to make it an all-encompassing, make progress for everyone, really. Okay. I think that's about all I wanted to talk about right now. Sorry for this lighting. I really can't find a good spot where I have great lighting. It's either too dark or half of my face is white. So I apologize. I'll try to work on that for my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I will probably update in a couple weeks. Alright, see you guys.